He never once denied that he had it or that he knew he.
It says right there, Christians turn the other cheek and forgive. It seems as if he turned some cheeks.
He had it.
Yeah. Woo. You need reactions and be ready in a second. Want the lower baby court is now in session. Yeah. You need reactions and be ready in a second. Want the lower baby court is now in session. Let's go.
Hello, my friends. Welcome to another episode of Attorney Session React. I'm your host, Attorney Marcus Session. Today, I'm going to react to a video titled $2.45 million Judgment Against Reverend. Oh my God. We got a Houston pastor who gave someone an STD, y'all. Thank you guys for always tuning in. Please like and subscribe to the channel, to the page, and check out all the other videos that I have for you guys. Without further ado, let's just jump right into the video.
Prominent Houston Reverend ordered to pay $2.45 million to a woman that a jury found he gave herpes to.
Tonight, that woman's lawyer is speaking only to our Devin Clark, who's live outside the courthouse where the judgment was granted just this morning. Devin.
So here we're talking about a cause of action for someone who knowingly transmitted an STD to another person. Now, generally speaking, whatever state you're in, these causes of action are tried under a state's battery law provisions. Remember, we can have criminal battery or we can have tortious battery, which is civil battery, where a plaintiff is looking for a monetary award for the acts perpetrated against them by the defendant. I discussed battery in some other videos a while back, but remember, criminal battery is simply an unlawful application of force to another person. Now, civil battery or tortious battery, which is what we have going on here, occurs when a defendant acts with the intent to commit a harmful or offensive contact to another person, and a harmful or offensive contact directly or indirectly occurs as a result. Now, when we're talking about the transmission of STDs, states usually throw in a knowingly element where the plaintiff has to prove that the defendant knew they had the STD and failed to inform them prior to having sex with them. That's pretty much what we have going on here.
Keith Daniela, that attorney we spoke to, says it was a 3-day trial with 6.5 hours of deliberations. And after that, a jury found Reverend Ralph D. West II liable and ordered that hefty judgment.
Okay, you see, he's held liable. Now, in a criminal case, you can be found guilty, but in a civil case, you're held liable. And the difference, as I mentioned before, is the monetary award that the plaintiff receives for their pain and suffering for the actions done to them by the defendant.
Fix it. She's got it for the rest of her life.
Attorney Sean Murphy is speaking for his client, who a jury found contracted genital herpes from Reverend Ralph D. West II after meeting off Facebook. As seen here on the Church Without Walls website, he's listed as the Eldridge campus minister.
The things that we look at for cases like these are essentially 4 things. Is the defendant infected, and how can we prove it? Did he know he was infected? And, how do we prove? Do we have evidence of that?
Now, those are just 2 of the elements that the attorney is going over that they were able to prove in court, along with those additional elements, which is why the pastor was found liable for this tortious act.
Does Murphy say they were able to prove those facts, but also that West lied when asked about having herpes, and that he gave it to his client after they had unprotected sex in March of 2018.
She got an outbreak 2 or 3 days later, went in and got tested, and from there able, through the medical records, able to identify that he was the source of it, in part because she hadn't been with anybody else. She had had a prior negative test.
Murphy says subsequent conversations supported the claims.
When she asks, where did this come from, his response was his son's mother.
He adds,
so he's sleeping with his baby mama too? Hey, you got a wife sleeping with the baby mama, and you got the parishioner. Pastor, you pretty busy, dog. Stop.
There were also emails between West and his client,
where she accuses him of knowing he had it, of giving it to her, and there's other allegations about not caring about me, that kind of thing.
The response, Murphy says, was telling.
He never once denied that he had it or that he knew he.
It says right there, Christians turn the other cheek and forgive. It seems as if he turned some cheeks.
He had it.
has declined to comment. Murphy says his client does feel a sense of relief and vindication, but aside from that $2.45 million she was granted, she hopes that this story sends a clear message to anyone who knowingly puts their partner at risk for STDs.
So some of you may be wondering why the judgment of $2.45 million is so high. Who's going to pay it? I've heard comments like, why the hell does the pastor have $2.5 million? Well, here's the deal. In cases like this, courts can award what's called punitive damages, where they can award an elevated sum of money just to punish the defendant for their intentional or knowing acts, which in this case, it was found that the pastor knowingly gave the lady the STD. Whether or not he has $2.5 million, well, come on, guys, that's not a lot of money these days. But at the same time, just like I have to carry malpractice insurance for my legal practice, pastors, especially in mega churches, usually carry some form of insurance. Now, those insurance companies typically are the ones that are going to pay this monetary judgment. So she about to get paid. Anyways, thank you guys for always tuning in. Please like and subscribe to the page. Like my content. I'm trying to grow this network. I'm trying to grow this family. Send the link to your mama, to your daddy, to your baby mama, to your cousin, whoever you can send it to your friends, to your neighbors, all those people. And until next time, take it easy, my friends.
Let's go.